Hello, Brittany. We are going to take a look at your website. Sorry, my name is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So let's take a look at your website, see what's going on, see if there's any way we can improve, see what the opposition is doing, and kind of take a book from their page. So right off the bat, I do enjoy the fact that you have your logo up here. That's great. Get a free estimate is fine. Call, it is a click to call. Great, you gain 10 points for that. You have a home, about us, residential, and commercial services, and then the rest of that. Now, the only thing you do lose points on is the fact that residential and commercial services aren't a drop-down menu. You definitely want them as a drop-down menu. Family-owned painting company is excellent. People love family-owned and operated name, phone, email, submit. Excellent, good job. Residential and commercial. So you do talk a little bit. Is your home in need of painting services? That's great, but you want to talk about the individual services themselves, not just the overarching idea. Because in residential painting, you got interior painting, you got cabinet painting, you got drywall repair, sheetrock repair, you got a whole bunch of different stuff, as well as exterior painting. Our reputation, great. Our services, so surrounding suburbs, that's great. Bathroom cat. See, here is where you're talking about everything you do. But what you should actually have is separate ideas of each one. So you should have separate, just like this, our services. You should have each of these guys. You should just include another 6 or 7 of them with residential painting, commercial painting, interior, exterior, all that stuff. And then you have another submit. That's fine. Physical address. I'm not saying yes, no, but there's fine, nothing wrong with physical address. And then you have all of your links again. So otherwise, solid website. A couple pointers, yes, obviously. But let's take a look at the back end. So I use a tool called Ahrefs. Lets me know how Google's kind of ranking you. Not a lot of data on your website right now. So a UR rating is how strong your website is, and a DR rating is how much Google trusts you. Now, all of this is dependent on your backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it. And a referring domain is when it actually returns to you. Now, you only have one, so it's not really going to help you out a lot. It's like, cool, you got, that's it. But anyway, sorry, not making fun, of course. I'm just, letting you know that just one doesn't really help much. Um, Anyway, not all backlinks are equal. Some are more, spammy than others, like BuzzFeed, Wikipedia. You want to, kind of hit those blog stuff, that really help you out, kind of make it look better for you. But the last thing is keywords. So a keyword is what somebody might put in Google to find you, right? So if somebody were to type in B&B paint, right, they would come to your website. Well, not really. Okay, these are just what you're ranking for. Now, obviously, there are many positions on Google. But for B&B painting, there are 350 people a month searching for it. You're getting 28 of those people because you're in position number 6. Now, I agree this is what your name actually is. Unfortunately, not a great keyword to have simply because um, these are probably just going to be repeat customers or referrals. They're not going to be organic new traffic. That's the only issue with them. Plus, anyone in the world can type B&B paint and painting, so you don't know if they're all just going to be from your area. I promise you there's going to be another 50 companies countrywide that are B&B painting. You'd be surprised. Houston Painting Company. This one, on the other hand, is a really good one to rank for because it's location specific for Houston. So you know they live in Houston, even though Houston's freaking huge. And they're looking for a painting company. So you know that they have a criteria. They live in the area and they need help. So they are going to be a couple steps closer to actually hiring you for a job than anyone else. Now, there's 150 people a month searching for it. You're not getting any traffic because you're on page number 4. Now, if you're on rank number 1, 2, or 3, you'll typically get 10 to 20% of all search volume. So if you were on, let's say, rank number 3, you'd be getting about 15 people to your website. Number 1, maybe about 30, just from this one keyword. So yes, you have the right idea. You definitely want them to be location and service specific. The only issue you're having right here is you might not be hitting all of the type of keywords you want. House painting, Houston house painting is great. 400 a month, 0 because you're on page number 6. You're not ranking for any of the keywords that you have on your website. So let's take a look at, kind of a different keyword, right? Painters, Houston, Texas. So this is more of a, it's location specific, it's service specific. It's how we create ads. So we got 5 Star and Renovia. They're running ads through that. You got CertaPro, of Cyprus that are running another Google ad for the GMB. Now, a GMB, by the way, is your Google My Business profile, Google Map Pack, whatever you want to call it. But you definitely want to be in here. About 30-40% of all people will click on one of these 3 guys. So it's definitely important to be in there. But after that, you got your organic search. And as long as you got a website, this is where you want to be. So we got Yelp as number 1, Angie and Hughes as number 2 and 3, and then finally John MDonald Painting in Houston as number 2. So for that kind of keyword, they're the ones who are ranking the most. Now, they do have their number. They kind of have something like you, except they have drop down menus for pretty much everything. They have a lot more content on their page. Now, this does look like an older site because they got the margins over here. And, it's just, it has that look and feel of an older site, kind of like an old style blog in a way. So, as you can see, they have newsletter online, latest projects, send feedback. They have a lot on their page, but here's the one thing they do have. They talk about everything that it is they're offering: interior, exterior, power washing, metal roof painting. Why choose us? I don't care about that. But yeah, no, that is something you want. Why choose us? But here's all their services. As you can see, yeah, they don't talk about each one, but these are all links to the pages that talk about each and every one. So it's definitely something you really want to, take advantage of. And then we're done with the page. So is it, the nicest page in the world? No, it's probably old, which is why they're also really doing well. Now, they do have a UR rating of 15, so they got a pretty decent website going on. And then they have a 1.6 DR rating. Trust rating with Google, not great. Now, you want these in the 30s and 40s, by the way, ratio of 1 to 1. It's called the golden ratio. Now, they do have 888 backlinks with 104 referring domains, so a little more than 10%. Obviously, most of these aren't going to be great because they would have a higher trust rating. And then they do have 470 different organic keywords, and they're bringing in double the amount of the keywords for organic traffic. So what are those keywords? So you have a couple of these, not going to lie, Brittany. Here's the difference. They're ranking. They're on the front page for all of it. So Painters Houston, Painting Houston, Texas, all of these keywords, just looking at these front ones, 4444, that's what? 2,800, that's 3,000, this is 4,000 and a half, basically we're looking at 5,000 right here. And they're bringing in 10% of that pretty much for each one. They're in position 6 for these guys, so I agree, not 10%, but they're still bringing in a decent chunk of change here. So all of these are buyer intentional keywords, and these are people looking for a painter in Houston. They're looking for somebody to do a job for them. So these are very intentional searches. Now, if they were ranking 1, 2, or 3, they'd be bringing in 10 to 20% of each one of these guys. So how does this really help you out? What can you do, Brittany, in order to start, ranking B&B Houston Painting a little higher? First step is we got to get a little bit more content on your homepage. The more content, the better. The more, you split everything up, the better. Google goes through each page and they kind of search it for keywords. So if you have it all jumbled up, it's not really going to work very well. But if you have it organized the right way, then you're going to do extremely well with that. Now, you do have 54 keywords organically already. Those are great. You would want to increase it. Now, let's talk about getting you ranked higher than page 6. All you got to do is increase your backlinks. Now, we know John MDonald's, their stuff is doing really well. Take the 104 he has and then find an additional 50 on top of that, and you should be fine. But that's all I got. Content is key. More content is always better. Keywords, so you definitely want good keywords. I mean, if you're trying to hit a lot of the surrounding areas, like Spring, maybe Katy, maybe a Pearland, I don't know where it is you're trying to hit with those, extra areas around Houston, but you definitely want to include those keywords in as well. And then finally, like I said, backlinks, backlinks, backlinks. Those are what's going to make you rank. Anyway, that's all I got. If you have any questions for me, Brittany, please feel free to reach out. Other than that, you have an amazing day. Bye.